Good morning, everybody. So happy Monday, fresh new week. Um, Boys are watching a little Rescue Bots after having a car crash. By car crash, I mean they were racing cars across the living room. Didn't end well. So they're set up with some Rescue Bots right now. So I thought it would be a good time to hop on here since I'm having my morning coffee, and I thought I would share about week 2 of my sugar detox since I didn't get a chance to hop on yesterday and do it. So, Instagram can't see, but my title includes like the wide-eyed face, and yeah. So it's interesting. It's very, very interesting. I'm fixing my bra strap. I can see it in my picture. So anyways, beginning of the week, we were camping. So that right there was a little bit tough. But we did well. We did not have marshmallows, like probably the first camping trip I've never had marshmallows on. Like, what is that? But anyways, that was okay. We did really well with our meals for the most part. Snacks, like we brought like all healthy snacks and stuff like that, and different substitutions, popcorn instead of chips, like that type of stuff. And but the only thing was that there were certain things that had sugar as an ingredient in it. Like I mentioned in my video last week, it's a little bit difficult um, when you're sharing meals with people and collaborating for all of the ingredients to be perfect, and there is no perfect when it comes to this game. Let me tell you about that. Like, holy smokes, it's so hard. Like, I've had one thing, I like a salad dressing that I thought I was like, sweet score, no sugar. No, actually it had sugar in it. I don't know if my thumb was on the ingredients label when I was looking, or if I just was starting to like see cross-eyed because I somehow missed it, and it wasn't even by a different name. It was straight up sugar, and I probably looked at it multiple times, but anyways, it happens, I guess. Yeah, so there was that too. But whatever, like, do what you can, right? So at the beginning of the month, I knew that we had some birthday parties coming up, and I was like, you know what? Like, I'm not going to not let the kids have birthday cake. Like, that's just a little overboard to go to a birthday party and tell them they can't have cake. I don't know. I just didn't want to have those fights. So I predetermined before the beginning of the month that I know we have these birthday parties coming up, and I'm just gonna let them have cake on those days and whatever. We're at a party, so it is what it is. Uh wow. Like, wow. It has been the most eye-opening 12, 15 hours. I don't know, whatever, however many hours it's been. But um, Jordan, for the most part, was fine. There was no, he was fine. Landon, on the other hand, was a completely different story. It was so interesting. So he was totally fine after. Like, there was no like immediate like sugar, like, oh, like, nothing like that. We went for dinner at my parents' house. We had a family birthday, and we had to leave because he was so out of control with his emotions. It wasn't like he was being defiant and not listening. It was like he straight up could not manage his emotions. Like, he was so upset about everything, and he needed to go to bed. And I know he was tired, obviously, he had been to a birthday party, but like, my kids do pretty well when they're tired. So that was crazy. And we took him home. I ended up going back. So thank you to Matt for staying home with the kids so that I could go back and enjoy the birthday. But yeah, and so we could try to explain to him a little bit, like, this is kind of, like, sugar doesn't do well with your body, and like, this is kind of how your body is processing it, like, and it was really sad, and he was like, I hate treats, like, he just, like, on his own, like, we weren't even like really driving the point home, we just like mentioned that this is, probably the cake working its way out of his body. But first of all, so it wasn't just cake, like, he woke up, he snuck a vanilla yogurt, that was the first thing, which is hilarious because this child, I'm not kidding, will sneak anything he can, like chocolate first thing in the morning. He'll it's like a game to him, right? So the fact that it was a vanilla yogurt, like a vanilla Greek yogurt, that is kind of like a bit of a score, but it was funny. But anyway, so he had that, and then, there was, obviously, he had a hot dog, and there was sugar in the bun, in the ketchup, and then the cake, and then, so, and then, oh, we let him have the Smarties from his goodie bag too, because we're like, why not? Let's just get it out of the way, right? And so it was obviously like so too much, and it was probably a blessing in disguise because he did not need more cake at the second birthday that we were at. That's for sure. What is going on with my hair? Holy smokes. This is what happens when you just hop on live first thing in the morning. Whatever. Anyways, so um, normally I do these videos on Sundays, and I obviously just didn't have a chance yesterday between both of the birthdays. And I'm kind of glad because now I can give you the full story, including today. So then he wakes up and he is miserable, and he has not woken up this way since we cut out sugar. So this has kind of been eye-opening to me in the sense of, like, he, like, just seeing the differences between the two, because, you know I wasn't sure if the good mood and like some of the changes were a coincidence, or if it really had to do with the sugar. But it kind of seems to me that it has to do with it, because and probably, I'm not a doctor, I don't know these things, but I'm guessing something to do with blood sugar levels, because it was like a spike and he couldn't control himself. And then this morning he was probably hangry, and it was like a dip, and it was the same thing. So, but he's fine after he had a good, healthy, no sugar breakfast. He was totally back to himself, and he was good to go. So that was just, like, really, really interesting for us. And we have another birthday party coming up next week, and we talked about it this morning. And on his own, he's not sure if he wants to have cake. He might have half a piece. We talked about that being an option, and maybe it wouldn't impact him as much. Because he said to me this morning, he goes, why doesn't Jordan get sad when he has cake, when he has sugar? I'm like, I don't know. Like, so it's just funny how bodies process things differently. And again, maybe it could be coincidence. It could just be overtired. I don't know. I guess we'll see over time. It's definitely something we're going to pay attention to. But yeah, so yeah. And also, side note, I've lost 9 pounds from it, which I was shocked. And like I said in the beginning, this has nothing to do with weight loss, but I out of curiosity, stepped on the scale on day one, and then I've just once a week, same day, step on. And so I just thought that was interesting. It's fairly significant for 2 weeks. But yeah, so anyways, I hope you guys have a good Monday, and I will be back probably set. I guess this is kind of like week 2, beginning of week 3 update, but maybe I'll let you know next Monday how it goes with the next birthday party, and see how that is, see if there's a change again. So anyways, yeah, hope you guys have a good Monday, and I will talk to you soon.